Hey guys, so I thought I'd introduce you to my adorable dog, Trouble. I kind of talked about him a little bit in my previous video, but I thought I'd show you guys what he actually looks like. As you can see, he's very mellow. He's a very good boy. Huh. You a good boy? Yeah. But, yeah, this is Trouble, my handsome boy. He's an extremely well-behaved dog. I think we rescued him in December. I can't quite remember. But no, he gets along great with my dog. He's very young. He's only 2. So he's still quite hyper and anxious all the time, and he doesn't like to be left alone. But he's getting better, slowly but surely. He's getting better, and he really, honestly, he's like the happiest dog I've ever seen in my life. He's always happy, like 24/7. I love life. So he's a great addition to the house because you just come home and, I mean, look at him. Look at him. He's cute. But, I don't know. I'm very happy to have him. I don't know how people couldn't adopt him. He's such a sweetheart all the time. He loves to cuddle. He loves to be in your lap and give you kisses and all that kind of stuff. But originally, we weren't going to rescue him. Because my dad was a little bit cautious about having 2 dogs in the house. Well, thank you for the kisses. But he's getting better about it. I mean, it's kind of tough because he does have separation anxiety, so he whines a lot if he's left home alone. He's kind of wrecked the house. Like, that's the one downside about him. He needs to chew. He's a chewer. So he always has to have something to chew on. But other than that, I mean, he's amazing. Like, look at him. He's so cute. Huh. You a good boy? Are you a good boy? So, I don't know. I love him right to death. I really do. I'm an animal lover. I mean, you guys probably guessed that from my previous videos where I talk about how, one day I'd like to be a vet tech or a veterinarian. So, I mean, he's the breed too where all he wants to do is please his master. All he wants to do is make you happy. And it's really funny because if he does anything wrong, like if he chews up a piece of furniture or something, he'll come sulking in. And he did something that he knew he did something wrong. And all you have to do is tell him no, and he'll just go lay down. And he knows when he does something wrong. So he's a very good boy. He's just so cute. I mean, I love him right to death. He's my baby. And just look at the face. Just look at the face. He kind of has that, like, oh so serious face all the time. Like, Trouble, why are you so serious? Why so serious? Do I have to put Joker makeup on you or what? You're seeing him at his most mellow. He's usually off the wall, hyper crazy, can't get him to calm down. But he's a little upset because everybody's been in and out of the house. Like I said, the guys are out in the garage working, and he's a little upset because we can't take him outside, but I don't know. So, yeah, we adopted him, and I guess I'll tell you guys a little bit more about him. He has, oh, careful. He has, oh god, I can't even think right now. He has seizures. And he usually has them, at this point he has usually 2, every other week he'll have them. And he gets them when he sleeps. So what will happen is he'll be in a dead sleep, and all of a sudden he'll just start in on a seizure. And when we adopted him, the vet, gave him a clean bill of health, and they said that the previous owner had mentioned seizures, but they never really had seen any when they brought him back. But the reason they hadn't was because he only has them at night after everybody leaves. Hey, get out of that. And so they never really saw him have a seizure. And when we adopted him, my dad, I think it was like 3 days after we brought him home, he had 2 grand mal seizures, which are the worst seizures. And they lasted like 15 minutes long. And that is extremely dangerous because that can give him permanent brain damage. And so we brought him to the vet, and she told us that he's probably going to have them for the rest of his life. But we can treat it with medication and hope that it can at least make the seizures shorter and less common, and that it would, make it so, he can at least live a very happy, comfortable life. And so we put him on phenobarbital, which is a anti-seizure medication. And it's kind of weird because the vet told me that the medication was going to make him very groggy and drowsy because it's a mild sedative. But sadly, it had the opposite effect. He was twice as hyper and off the wall, was just uncontrollable all the time. The only time he was relaxed was when he went to bed. But it did help with the seizures. He didn't have any seizures for like 3 months, had none. And my dad's kind of like, well, it's good that he's not having seizures. Like, clearly that's what we want, but he's a little uncontrollable at this point. So we went back in, and she told us that we can try a different medication, or at least ease him off of that one and put him on, 2 different kinds. So we did. He's on, I can't remember the name of the other one. Yeah, I can't think of it right now, but he's on 2 different medications. Oh, goodness. He's on 2 different medications for the seizures. He usually, like I said, he usually has them every other week. He'll have 2, but they only last a few minutes. I finally witnessed one last weekend. I came home, and I had never seen him have one because, like I said, he has them at night, and I'm usually at school anyway. So my dad came in, and he was like, do you want to know what it looks like? And I was like, well, yeah, if I want to be, a vet someday, then I need to know what it looks like, what's going on, and everything. So I went out in the living room, and oh my God, it just makes you feel so horrible because it's an animal, and he can't tell you what's wrong. He can't tell you how to help him. He can't do anything for himself. So look at him. Just look how cute he is. Look at him. Trouble. Hey. Just look at him. He's so cute. But so yeah, I went out in the living room and I was like, okay, I need to think about this objectively because he's my dog and I know that's going to make it twice as hard to see this. So I go out in the living room and he is on the ground, completely tense. Completely, like, his legs are out straight, he's convulsing all over, his mouth is as wide open as it could possibly get, and he's barely breathing. And that happens for about 3 minutes until he finally gets out of it and he tries to stand up. And he acts like he's drunk. Like, he'll stand up and run into stuff, and he doesn't know what's going on at all around him. And he's really skittish because, he doesn't know what it is. He doesn't know what happens. I can't imagine how terrifying it is for an animal. So, yeah, he gets up and walks around, and he's very afraid of everything. Any little noise or light or anything scares him right to death because he's not really conscious. Usually it takes about 2 hours for him to finally be back to his normal self. But let me tell you, it is not a fun thing to experience with a pet. You feel horrible because there's literally nothing you can do. You can just sit there and watch and make sure that, he doesn't hurt himself. And it's a very sad situation. But we're hoping that once we switch him onto the other medication fully, that the seizures will be even more or less common. So, I don't know. Like I said, though, he's like a 24-hour happy dog. Like, he's never sad. Everything makes him happy. He loves people. He loves everyone. And he's just a huge sweetheart. So it's so sad to see him have to go through something like that, and there's nothing you can do for him. But we're trying to help him as best we can. I'm really glad that we adopted him and that he's got a happy home and he has people that can, treat him and take him to the vet and pay for the medication and everything because it isn't cheap. So, I mean, I'm very grateful that my dad is so willing to take care of a pet. God damn you, laptop. And everything like that, but I don't know. When we adopted him, they told us that his name was Trouble. And I was like, that's his name? Like, you guys, that's what you just call him? And everyone there absolutely adored him. They were so, so happy that we were adopting him. They were so happy because they, like I said, he looks like a pit bull. So everybody was like, no, no, we can't have him. He's scary, or he's going to be vicious or something like that. And they were so happy that we were going to adopt him. And I felt so good that we rescued a dog from a situation, because I'm one of those people that I'd love to save every animal on this planet if I could. So I'm doing it one small step at a time by adopting a dog instead of buying one from a breeder or something like that. And, just look at the cuteness. I mean, just look how cute he is. You can't beat that. So, alright, I thought I'd give you guys a little bit of a background on Trouble, my cute boy. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.